This channel is proudly sponsored by Zenfolio. If you're looking for a place to showcase your photography, build a professional portfolio, or even sell your work online, then why not give Zenfolio a try? You can start with a free trial to see what you think, and if you decide it's for you, you can save yourself 60% off on your first year. Good evening and welcome to the channel. So this evening I'm making my way back over the Derbyshire border, which, to be honest, it's about 5 minutes drive for me anyway from where I live. But I'm on my way back over the border now because one of the followers on my Facebook, who I have a lot of mutual friends with from the equestrian world, has put a post up in the last couple of days saying that they have Tawny Owls in their back garden or in their area around the back end of their houses. And it's a private area, it's not been baited, it literally is a lovely family that lives here, and they've had Tawny Owls within the area for many years, and they've placed themselves a Tawny Owl box up, and this year the Tawny Owls have decided to use the box and have their young there. Now, the young, they've got about 2 or 3 of them. They have fledged the box. They are sitting up in the trees, so they are not actually going to get photographed or captured in the box itself. And all being well, we'll get to see them tonight. Now, I'm keeping my fingers crossed because today the weather has been absolutely ridiculous. The showers that we've had coming down here, 1 minute it's sun shining, you're in your t-shirt, nice and cool and warm with the sun. Next minute it's absolutely chucking it down to a point where I feel like I need to get myself a Noah's Ark and put my animals on it 2 by 2. Because I'm getting fed up of getting absolutely soaked wet through. I went and did the food shopping today. My God, I got in the car, you think I've been swimming in all my clothes. That's how bad it's been. So I'm hoping at the moment, it's now 4 o'clock, touch wood, it changes for the next few hours. Just to give us time to go and see these beautiful owls and hopefully capture them for you lot to enjoy. Now, as I've stated, it is private land, and I will be keeping the video down to a minimum to try and not show the surroundings, because as I've just mentioned, it's not a baited location. These owls have come in their own time to have these young and are willing to stick around and sit in the trees. So this is going to be an absolutely fantastic evening to see these young tawnies, because I've photographed Tawny Owls in the past, and I will be honest, I've never captured or had the opportunity to capture young fluffy Tawny Owls. So come along and see what I see. So we've got all set up now here in the wooded area, and I don't know if you can hear it, but it's like an erupted of sound of nature. Whatever direction you're facing in, you can hear everything. So when we first come down and we checked out to make sure the Tawny Owls were still hanging around, they were both together on a branch at the very top of one of these tall trees just in front of me. But we then had a thunder and lightning storm come over and rain as well, just a little bit. So we went inside just for a little bit, just let that to go over, because you don't want to be amongst big trees like this, especially when it's lightning. Or should I say, I don't want to be anyway. So we've come back down, I've set myself up on the 400mm and I've got a 1.4 converter on, and I'm working on my R5 Mark II today. And I've currently got, we had one of the Tawny Owl chicks was sat on a branch which was quite visible to us, and it was snoozing for quite a length of time. And then we had a little bit of a disturbance of a helicopter that came over that woke it up, and it decided to move off to one of the trees further back. And we can just about see it. It is covered slightly with the leaves. So at the moment I'm just literally monitoring it just to see if it'll move. Because every now and again it does keep shouting, and we do hear the second one which is nearby. We think we found the second one, but it's not in a good position at the moment to be photographing. It seems to be in quite a high dense area on the tree. So what we're doing is, because we keep hearing them calling and they keep moving around and fidgeting for quite a bit, it's getting to that time of the day now where maybe it's a possibility they're starting to get hungry and the parent may be coming in to hopefully come in and feed them. So stick with me while we hang around and see what happens to these two lovely Tawny Owls. And speaking with the lady whose land it is that I'm on today, we think that the third one is still in the box. We think that it's not quite wanting to fledge quite yet. But we're going to have a monitor of that later on, when it comes a little bit later towards sunset, and just see if there's any movement still in the box or not, because we're not sure where the third one is for definite. We think it's still in there. It could have fledged and not been seen. But we're going to have a look and see if we get to see that one. So fingers crossed, I should be able to bring you some more pictures and some more footage of these absolutely gorgeous Tawny Owls. Because looking at them, we're presuming they're about possibly 4 weeks old at the moment, but they are still super soft, and you can just about make out the big features and the slit of their eyes. But other than that, they are pure soft fluff, newborn fluff. So what I'll do is I'll show you a little bit of footage that I've taken when it was up on the tree more visible to me, and obviously a couple of images that I've taken, and then let's see what happens and see what movement I get, and hopefully they'll come into a better view and I'll be able to show you a lot more. So stick with me and enjoy that little bit of footage. the rain just got way too heavy, and I went back up to the house and we've had a bit of a break and a catch up. But I've just come back down now. It is 8:25, and I don't know if you can hear them or not with the microphone, but it sounds like we've got maybe 1 or 2 of the Tawny Owls chicks somewhere just down on this lower level where we are, because what happens is the land runs downhill here, so they could actually be at eye level. So what I'm going to do, can you hear them? Let me just hold off and see if you can hear them again. There you go. I don't know if you heard that, but it's just around here somewhere. So what I'm going to do is get my camera set back up again, and then just have a quick nose in between all the growth here and see if I can see where they are. Because it sounds like they're now shouting for food. So hopefully, we might get to see them a little bit more. Fingers crossed. So it's getting a little bit dark here down in the woods now, and as you can see from the little bit of footage that I've just shown you, the 2 young ones are well up in the trees, and you've got one just above the other, but they're on like the outer side, so that you can't really see much at the moment. They are all calling, so they are wanting to get fed, and I have heard one of the adult tawnies around somewhere, but at the moment there seems to be no activity. Now I've just had a message from the owner who's just told me that in the box there is what we're classing as the run to the litter, run to the free birds, should I say, and it's just made its appearance out of the box. So because I'm losing the lights here in the woods now and they're not really showing very well in front of the camera, I'm going to make my way up to where the box is, and from a distance I'm going to sit and hopefully capture this very small young tawny owl. Now they are monitoring this tawny owl in this box at the moment to see if it is going to continuously get fed or not by the mother, because these 2 that are up here now are really big, to be honest, but this other one is quite small. So if they're going to monitor it with a trail camera, and hopefully if the mother's feeding it, then that's fine. But obviously if they find that the mother's not returning with no food whatsoever for this young one, then obviously at some point they might have to intervene by getting a rescue out to come and check it out. But as it stands right now, I'm just going to monitor these for a couple of more minutes, and then just before we lose the light, I'm going to go up and check out this little tawny owl. So stay with me and let's see what we get. So I managed to get up to the Tawny Owl box. I don't know if you can see it. It's actually in the trees just behind me somewhere here. You might not be able to see it because my camera's in the way, but it's in that angle there. Now, you might be able to hear it calling, but the little Tawny Owl is still in there. Now, compared to the other two Tawny Owls, which have been out in the forest area, they are kind of like at least this big, bigger than my head, so they've got a good height on them. But this one here is very, very small. I mean, very small, to be honest. It's either not been getting fed regular like the other two, or it was late hatching and it's just a little bit further behind. Now, the only thing that's going to have to happen, they're going to put a trail cam on it, which is at the bottom, at the base down here now, and they're going to monitor to see if the parents are actually still coming in to feed this young un. It still keeps coming out and it still keeps sitting on the perch, so it's quite active, so it's not like it's weak in any way. But we're just hoping that it's it does get fed. And if it's not getting fed, then obviously you have to then get involved and try and get a rescue in to see if obviously it's all right for a starter, and to obviously try and get it in, get it fed up, and then it can be basically like a capture and release. Now, I can hear the parents around. They're quite a bit in the distance, to be honest. Quite far away, because normally they're quite close by to where their young are, but for these they are really distant. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to hang around here just a little bit longer now, just to see if it comes back out again and shows itself. But other than that, enjoy the little bit of footage and the couple of images that I managed to capture before we start losing the light. So what did you think to that? A quick turnaround this evening to capture some baby Tawny Owls. Now, I know they were high up in the trees, and obviously quite a length of the time they were covered by a lot of foliage, and then later on, as it started to go dark, they'd gone higher up in the trees and they were shouting for the parents. But to then finish the night off with that very little Tawny Owl, I'm hoping it is getting fed and it is going to survive and not be just left alone now in the box, because the other two have already left. But I'm guessing time will tell on that one. And also I'm asked for the guys to give me an update and let me know how they go on, and I'll keep you posted as well. If they keep me informed about what's happened, I will definitely let you know what happens to that baby Tawny Owl, whether it's getting fed by the parents or if they have to get a rescue centre involved, because obviously there's no movement. Then unfortunately sometimes that has to human help sometimes has to intervene, doesn't it? A little update on the tiny owlet in the box. I received a message on Tuesday morning with some sad news. Sadly, the Tawny Owl parents didn't return to feed the littlest owlet, and overnight the tinier one didn't make it. As difficult as it is to witness, this can happen with Tawny Owls and many other birds of prey. The stronger, larger owlets are often fed first, giving them the best chance of survival when food is limited. smallest chick can quickly become too weak to compete for food. Nature can be harsh at times, but it's also a reminder of how challenging survival in the wild really is. Right, that's me done now. I am now heading back off home, and that's me done for the night. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I know it's only been a very short video, but hey, I just like to share where I go and what I do on my wildlife trips out. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, you know the normal score. Give the video a thumbs up, and also hit that subscribe button at the bottom. And as always, if you do appreciate what I do and you want to show a little bit of appreciation to me, myself and my channel, don't forget about my Buy Me a Coffee webpage. The link, as always, is going to be here at the bottom. And all the information about my social media platforms, my Buy Me a Coffee webpage, if you've missed the link here, is always in the description. Just a little bit of an update as well. I am looking at doing some photography day meetups, should I say, not meetouts. Just some friendly, let's get together, go for a walk, and you know, get to know each other, and go like photographers do, like-minded people going out and enjoying themselves in nature. So keep an eye out on my social media pages. If you are from the UK and you are in the area where I am at the time, I'll just post a time and a date that I'm going somewhere. And if you're interested in coming and catching up with me, or you know, just generally want to come for a walk and a wander, then you know, you're welcome to come along. It's not a formal event or anything like that. It literally is just me saying, hey, this is where I'm going to be, come and meet me if you want to. So yeah, keep an eye out on my Facebook page and also my Instagram page, and you know, there'll be events coming up. I've got one coming up, but I think by the time this video comes out, then it might have already gone. If it hasn't, it's at RSPB St Aidan's, which is over in Yorkshire, and again, I'll be there for 7 o'clock and be heading out onto reserve for about 7:30. But if you want all the full details, go over to my Facebook page or my Instagram page, whichever you prefer, and you'll be able to find the full details there. Right, thank you very much for watching, guys, and keep on getting out there in the nature. And I've only got one thing to say to you: I'll see you on the next adventure. Bye for now, and enjoy the rest of your evening.